3, 2, 1.
Good day, everyone. Welcome to Cells in the Wild. I'm Steve Irvin, and today we're talking about protein synthesis. But first, we have to learn about the ribosomes.
Hello, I am a ribosome, and as you can see, I'm found on the rough ER. I am a roughly shaped circular organelle. We are made of two separate parts called subunits. We are responsible for making the proteins. The proteins are made in the rough endoplasmic reticulum. When the cell is ready to make the proteins, mRNA is made in the nucleus. It then is sent to the cytoplasm and ribosomes.
Right. Now, the rough endoplasmic reticulum, also known as the rough ER, is a flat, membranous organelle, which is almost like a cellular highway. It helps proteins travel within the cell. Now, if we're going to talk about proteins, we need to learn about how they're made. Here's the gist of it.
When mRNA is made in the nucleus, it is then sent to the cell ribosome subunit. There, something called transfer RNA is combined with an amino acid, with mRNA giving the information. After the ribosomes, combine with an amino acid, combine with the transfer RNA, pulling apart an amino acid. The amino acid chain is slowly created into the larger protein.
Right. Now that we know how proteins are made, they are then put into vesicles. But what are vesicles? Let's talk to a real-life one to find out more information.
Hey, I'm a vesicle. I am a small, spherically shaped organism, and if you look closely, you can see I'm surrounded by a small membrane. It is very common for us vesicles to move and merge with this membrane, and when that happens, our insides go to the outsides of the cell.
That's right. Now, vesicles travel to the Golgi apparatus, which is an organelle which takes incoming vesicles and modifies them to help them get ready to leave the cell. It takes the contents of the original vesicle, puts it in a new one, and sends it out, ready to be put to its final destination. There are different types of vesicles, though, and they send their contents to different places. Let's learn about some different kinds.
He's right. There are a few different types of vesicles. For example, I am what is known as a peroxisome. We got our name because we produce hydrogen peroxide in order to kill bacteria. You can find us mainly in the liver and kidneys, where you can find us detoxifying alcohol and other drugs, doing mitochondria a favor by breaking down some fatty acids, and neutralizing some free radicals, which are oxygen ions that can be very damaging to the cell. Obviously, we're pretty important.
So how about those other types?
Well, there are glyoxysomes, which can be found in certain plant cell seeds. And they break down fats stored in order to provide energy for developing plant embryo. Sometimes these vesicles can be overcome by material, and a resulting bud breaks off and becomes another vesicle inside the cell, called an endosome.
Is that it? Is that all of the vesicles?
Well, there are the lysosomes, but no one likes the lysosomes because they are so stuck up. They think they're so cool because they're made in the Golgi apparatus. I don't get it. But if you really want to know about them, they contain digestive enzymes, they break down large molecules, and in the liver, they break down glycogen in order to release glucose into the bloodstream. But you have to be very, very careful around lysosomes, because they destroy their own cell when it stops functioning properly. And there are always a few that get loose and try to destroy everything.
Right. Now that we know that certain vesicles leave the cell while others stay inside, the vesicles that leave the cell travel to the cell membrane, in which special proteins called transfer proteins help the vesicle leave the cell and take a gander. They're out, gone into the world. Well, this has been fun. Thanks for joining us today on, oh look, a rogue lysosome swimming towards us. Now remember, lysosomes kill the cells they live in, so we have to be very careful. Stay quiet and calm. Crikey!
Steve Irwin died the next day of a lysosome through the heart.
Too soon? We didn't think so. The end.